Not only have our audiences evolved, but certainly in Australia, our sense of multiculturalism has also evolved. Certainly in the 70s, it was more focused around safeguarding culture and trying to work on anti-discriminational measures. In the 90s, we've really evolved into thinking that multiculturalism is more about a celebration of Australian diversity. That was one of the key things that came out of a lot of the research that we did with our audiences. But more recently, the sense of multiculturalism has changed, and now it's really focusing on integrating with the world's diversity. So not only have our audiences evolved, but also their sense of what multiculturalism is, which has made our job even more interesting at SBS. Recently, a lot of our research has told us that a lot of our younger audiences, when they think about multiculturalism, they think about integrating into the world's diversity far beyond just ethnicity. So it's very different to what it was 30 years ago. And as I said, our challenge is to work out with our audiences who they are and how do we best service them. I think we're no longer what we used to be called, which is just an ethnic broadcaster, because we're really there for all Australians now, not just ethnic Australians. So if we're there for all Australians, we need to focus on, out of our audiences, what are the two key audiences for us that are really driving a lot of our growth? The first one for us is around our information seekers. We have a lot of our audiences who really want free and easy access to cultural and intelligent enrichment, well-structured and curated multi-platform content. They want a trusted broadcaster or a trusted brand that really brings the best that the world can offer to them. And I think that trusted brand is going to be something that is really important for all of us in marketing. The second key core audience segment for us is around our cultural connection, or people who really want to be able to connect with their cultures and have a community of interest, if you like, is really important. A great example where we do that is our Chinese Virtual Community Centre online, where we've built this online site for the Chinese community where they can go, get a whole lot of information in language about what's happening both in China, around the world and in Australia, and right down to their local communities, and they can engage with each other on these platforms. I think that's really, really important for them. So our audiences are also changing. I've mentioned we've got a lot more competition. You all know that to get audience attention with everything else that they've got is getting harder and harder. With all the different sites, websites, blogs, theatres, operas, ballets, there's so many things that people can now do, so getting their attention is a lot harder. We've got a lot more platforms, mobile devices, tablet devices. So what we're finding is our audiences are fragmenting across a whole lot of different platforms. So our audience numbers are decreasing, but our share, our market